back, everyone, to another episode of Money Huddle. It's your boy, Dre Rich, back again. My boy Shaq. What's good, bro?
What's up, man? Man, coming off. How about them Texans, huh? Man, crazy game.
I wonder who chose to take the Texans +6. Oh, that was our consensus bet. If you watch the show, even watch the short, just take time to watch the YouTube short. Okay, we told you Texas +6. The Bills have been very, very fraudulent.
It's a fraud.
This was just another showing
Especially on the road. That's 3 straight road losses to Miami, to the Texans. What are we doing?
No. Oh, so funny. That's the exact same thing that you saw Josh Allen say on the sideline after they neglected to kick the field goal to go up 3 or to tie the game. No, to go within 1, and they went 4 on 4th down. Didn't even get close to that 1 yard line to that first down. And Josh Allen, he walks to the bench. He's like, "What are we doing? Kick the field goal." Kick the field goal. Sean McDermott, dude, I already don't like your team. I already do not like your team at all. But you are a terrible coach, dude.
Sean McDermott is the Dan Quinn of the AFC, bro.
I mean, these guys, they look really good. And then teams figure them out. Oh, we got your scheme down. We know what you're doing. We know how to stop you. And he's like,
well, and it's like, dude, he can't draft a receiver. Keon Coleman, like, not working. Worst separation statistic in the entire league. Cannot get separation. Benching, missing meetings. Like, you can't draft well on offense. Like, you got lucky with James Cook and Josh Allen. Like, you got gifted Josh Allen. And it sucks for him to be – he knows when he steps up to the line of scrimmage, he's like, I got to make some shit happen.
Or else.
Because I got Shakir. And Shakir had a career night. And nobody else did besides Cooks. Like, it's Allen and it's Cooks and it's who else? Fill in the fucking blank. And you can't win a championship like that. This is the year to do it. Chiefs might not even make the Super Bowl. The playoffs. This is your chance. The Ravens are below 500. The Chiefs could be below 500. They're at 500. And you guys are losing to the fucking Texans and the Dolphins?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you have the loss to the Patriots because I called them winning the division this year, but
they're good, man.
I just don't get it, man. McDermott's not good.
If you look at the scheme of things, they've never had a competent drafted receiver. They've always taken them from other teams. Kelvin Benjamin.
And they let Diggs walk.
Random guys. Yeah. Like just random guys because they can't mature one themselves. So something has to happen, man. Change the receiver coaching staff. Something. Because y'all haven't had anyone except for someone from a different team.
Something. And here's the thing. McDermott is a defensive guy, and you can't even stand on that this year. They've been fucking terrible. Terrible.
Bad decision making. That was I almost lost my freaking bet, dude. So I took Shaq's second prop over Matt Prater over 1.5 field goals made. Luckily, he got freaking 3 tries because he almost didn't get through that third try. Oh, he should have 4 tries. Because
with that stupid 4th down call twice.
Like, that's insane. So McDermott, I hope you get fired if you do not make the playoffs because, bro, this is too many years. And why does this coach have such a long leash if he has not produced anything?
The AFC championships are not Super Bowl appearances, bro. Like, you know what happened to Andy Reid after he made 4 straight NFC championships? He went 9-8 and got fired.
Yes.
There's expectations. Like,
and the better your team is, the more you should have higher expectations, bro, for real. And so, yeah, Do I believe the same about Mike Tomlin? Yeah, Mike Tomlin, you're awesome, but like 9-8
Cool. You've
again,
been above,
I'm good,
and
bro.
that's the thing. Like, yeah, you've been above 500 for your entire career. You got one ring, bro, and a loss to Aaron Rodgers and another. You've been there twice, but like you haven't been there since 2011,
Yeah,
2012. Like it's
yeah.
been 13 years, bro. You've been 9-8 and bounced out of the playoffs for 5 straight years in the first round.
It's just it makes me angry because it's like there's a lot of teams who have backup coaches ready to go. People who are ready to step up to the next place, but these got these coaches like Sean McDermott, Mike Tomlin, plays holding, so that they can like they can't leave, even though they're really mediocre. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think he should keep his job after this game after the season if he does not at least go to the Super Bowl. At least go.
This is the
But
time to do it. You guys choke every year.
yeah,
Even when you had home field advantage against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, you can't. You see you jumping over the fucking pile against the Texans last night, but you couldn't get that first down, and then you're gonna sit there and blame it on the chains that have worked since forever. No, dude, you guys can't get it done. There are just quarterbacks that can't do it. Sam Darnold, one of them. Pressure's on, can't do it. I'm telling you that, and I called that last week. That Seattle game last week against the Rams for the division, it was almost the exact same game he played with the Vikings against the Lions for the division in like week 17 last year. He had 3 picks in that game and looked terrible, but they lost by like 3, and it was low scoring. And that was with a terrible Lions defense that was beat up. And this is the same thing. Like it just I don't get it. I don't know.
these teams look good when they're beating up bad teams. Okay, but when it
Exactly.
comes to some kind of tough defense, a reasonable, respectable coach, they get they freak out and start making mistakes. Because I also had Josh Allen over an interception. He had to. He said, "Hey Dre, you're right. I am scared. And here's the ball to the other team. I'm throwing it deep,
Yeah. Had
carelessly. I'm going to be
zero
really reckless."
touchdowns after a 6 touchdown performance last week.
I'm telling y'all, I'm not just hating on Josh Allen. This is just the common trends of him making really bad decisions. And this is a defense that's going to be like, make a decision, and it better be a right one, or I'm picking it off. And what happened? The same guy almost had 3. They didn't count the same guy almost had 3 picks.
One
And
was
he
a
was
pick six that came back because of a penalty, dude, or he would have had 3. Yeah.
this defense is not to be played with, bro. I mean, like if they get in the playoffs, it could be something. Something can
I've
happen.
been on them since before week 1, bro. Texans defense is legit.
They're scary. So
They're
that cash though,
nasty, bro.
that did cash.
It don't matter who plays them. Whatever quarterback sees them on the other side, they're scared. Like,
And I like the crimson red helmets, bro. They were pretty cool. Those were
oh, they
pretty
looked cool
sick,
last
dude.
night. Yeah.
I really like Davis Mills, bro. Look pretty cool. He looked kind of cool.
Yeah. With his long giraffe looking ass out there.
He's like he's like
Yeah, dude. He's man. Who
but
else
yeah,
was it? Oh man, who was that other quarterback with the long ass neck that played in Arizona?
Matt Ryan. Oh no, Matt Ryan played. He had a long neck too, bro.
Yo, Matt Lyon. Yeah. Who was the other guy?
Was it a car? One of
Uh,
the cars?
yeah,
Yeah, his brother.
Glennon.
Oh, Glennon. Oh, Mike Glennon. Oh my God.
It was a Bucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
long neck looking ass
he's a
man,
long neck too.
Brachiosaurus motherfucker.
Yeah, he was honestly he's a huge guy. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
Sheesh. But but Khalil scared. Over 4.5 receptions, cashed, easy.
killed
We
that
gotta
one.
get into this playoff sneak peek though. There's teams that we have to look at before we even start making our bets because we don't know the the confidence factor, the will need to win increases the will to win. So we gotta see who needs to win this week. Okay, right now, who is in the playoffs right now in the hunt? You know what I'm saying? There's the Steelers are in the hunt, 6-4. On the other side, NFC, the
Leading the
Buccaneers.
division.
Exactly. Yes, it's Steelers are 6-4 and winning the division. That's crazy. It makes no sense. That AFC North,
They still have to play Baltimore twice, though.
Joe Burrow is back. He has a chance to win this division still at 3-7. That's not good. It's a poor division.
There ain't no way in hell.
Just saying.
And don't get me wrong, I want the Bengals to win because I took them to win the division, but there ain't no way in hell.
Hey, they're 3 wins and 3 losses behind. So if the Steelers can crap out, they're only 2 losses behind the Ravens. So
They won't win if Mason Rudolph starts. I'll tell you that.
I think the Bengals have a chance. We got the Texans last night, 6-5. They could win the division still, even though Daniel Jones is 8-2. Jaguars 6-4. So the Jaguars
We'll
need
get in. We'll get into. I'll get into Daniel Jones here in a minute.
I'm gonna let him say his piece, but I don't want to play along with what he's going with because I like Daniel Jones. Texans won that game last night to increase their chances to win this AFC South. Definitely.
That's who I took. I got a little bias there, but I've been in love with this defense since week 1.
They're doing good. They're doing really good. So in the AFC South, AFC North, we got Steelers leading the division, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, in that order. Ravens are closing in.
Ravens are still favored to win the division by the books, though.
The Ravens are the more put together team, better coached team. They will probably
They're
supplant
healthy on defense now.
Yes. And depending on what happens with the Steelers quarterback situation, it could be the Ravens division. The East, Shaq, go ahead and tout about your Patriots, bro.
Easiest schedule in the league, man. You got to bet them. That's what was coming into this. You got Mike Vrabel coming in as the head coach. He is the definition of the Patriot way without, the emperor himself, Belichick. He's a little more laughable, bro. Belichick is just a cruel, evil man. But I like the vibe they have going on there. I like May. Easy schedule. Get that confidence in him. He started last year, half the season, I think, or a little over half. And this is his first, going for it. They do really well in the draft. And I put that on Vrabel because you look at Belichick, his last 4 drafts that he was there were terrible. Not a single player from those drafts are on this team anymore. And over 50% of the players that he drafted from Belichick's last 4 years aren't even in the league anymore.
Dang.
That's how bad they were. That's why you don't go to Rutgers and you get lacrosse players and try to make them fucking receivers every year, stupid. That's why your UNC ain't working out there, man. He's not looking good out there because he's got his head up a 24-year-old's ass.
Don't remind me.
But I like the Patriots, man, and everybody was on it this year. Easiest schedule, and Vrabel and Drake May's got the talent for sure. So
truly,
I don't know. And the Bills, we were talking about how the Bills have just been kind of falling apart on the road specifically.
Yeah, this is not going to bode well for them because they play the Steelers next week, and they play the Bengals after that. And if Joe Burrow's more healthy than
Mm-hmm.
average, it could be a problem. And then because that defense is not good for the Bills. Sorry, it's not good.
No, they
and then
can be thrown
Davis
on.
Mills went off.
Yeah.
Davis Mills.
That's why I'm like, they can be thrown on.
And then
let's just put it this way: we're still talking AFC, right? Look at your division leaders in the AFC. Of the 4 division leaders that are winning their league, which one do you think could win a Super Bowl?
I think the Broncos can win a Super Bowl.
Their defense, yes.
No, they
They've
can.
got to figure out their offense, bro.
I think that's an easier fix for the defense, and they're the best defense besides the Patriots in the AFC.
Whoa. Texans could win a
Sorry, but they're
championship,
not winning the
but their
division, bro.
offensive line is so bad that they won't.
They might not make the division, so I can't talk about them. I would love to, but I
You know
can't.
what's crazy is the Chiefs, everybody that has the tiebreaker, they've lost to. Chiefs may not make the playoffs unless they win that division or win out. It's tough.
They're not gonna win out, okay? Because they play too many teams that are also hungry to make the playoffs too. The Cowboys are still in the hunt, so
Today,
I'm just telling you, bro. Don't let them get the second seed in your division. They're going to the playoffs for sure.
at what 4-5-1, dude? They're about to be 4-6-1. Little sneak peek for that.
We will. We will go into that. But that is the AFC, guys. AFC, we got our leaders are the Patriots, the Steelers, the Colts, and the Broncos. Behind those guys are the Chargers behind the Broncos, Jaguars behind the Colts, Ravens behind the Steelers, and the Bills behind the Patriots, which I never thought I'd say that after Tom Brady.
Name one team you think. I mean Denver, but every one of those teams has an issue.
What's the Patriots issue?
The easiest schedule in the league. Who have they played? The one good
Bro,
win they have is
no.
against the Bills, who
That's
have lost
that's
to
where
the Dolphins.
no, dude. That's where I have to go against you, bro. I'm not going to tout for the Patriots. They have played some tough teams. Okay.
They lost to the Raiders week 1.
The Raiders, they were a pop team. And the Patriots were young. And Vrabel just got back.
Besides the Bills, who's their biggest win? The Bucks. That's their
The
two biggest
Bills,
wins.
the Bucks, bro. Yeah.
The Bucks are going to be 6-5 at the end of this weekend, bro.
They've had a rough string. But the Panthers win looks pretty good now.
Really?
They're going to the playoffs, man, possibly.
A
That division's
wild
tight.
card team out of the
Hey,
AFC will be in the Super Bowl this
let's
year.
let's get into
A
that.
wild card team in the AFC might get a home game this year.
True. Let's get into the NFC because that's where we're going, anyways. Speaking of the Panthers, they are only one game behind the Buccaneers. Okay, that game in a couple weeks is going to be a really tough game. I'm going to be waiting to see that one. Uh, but the Rams are leading the division, of course, but by one game, beating the Seahawks, bro. Like you said, Sanaro, he crumbled in his divisional game. That was
He's got a bounce back game against the Titans this week though, so he'll bounce back. But they also, what's crazy is the Seahawks lead the league in turnovers. Sam Darnold is like second in the league in interceptions.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't fall off a cliff because I like this Seahawks team honestly. Like
I do too, but
I'm
I
not gonna
don't.
lie.
I mean, the NFC's so good that they'll play on the road through the playoffs, and they need home field.
True. The Packers are right behind the Bears, and they're in NFC North. Bears are only one game in the lead for that division, and then of course the NFC East Eagles are whooping everyone. No one's even close to winning the division. Winning the division is not a question for the Eagles.
The only reason they're playing is for the 1 seed and a bye in the playoffs, which comes down to the Rams.
And that should be their only goal every year. Like, hey, we know we're going to win the division. Let's just win the number 1 seed, though. Can we get that?
And they've got the tiebreaker on the Rams, so as long as they stay tied, they got it.
Exactly. So it's a really close. The NFC is really close, which is why Shaq believes that the NFC is going to win the Super Bowl regardless.
Specifically, the Eagles or the Rams.
If anyone else makes it from
I
the
said
NFC,
that to our Maverick coworker, a big Rams fan, Chelsea. What's up? I told you today it'd be you or us, and I said it last week on the podcast. I just don't. I'll predict it now. There will be a wild card team that started the playoffs on the road that might get a home game that ends up representing the AFC in the Super Bowl because it will not be a division winner unless it's the Ravens.
Very believable. I agree. It could be a tough one.
And then NFC wise, it really to me it comes down to the Rams, great young defense, great veteran offense, and the Eagles, great young defense. Offense has got to figure it out. And I'm telling you, the last 6 weeks of their schedule, they should be able to figure it out with the passing game. So those are my two dangerous ones, and for sure in the NFC. But the NFC is so tight. The West is really good. Um, the NFC North, I don't trust the Bears as much as I took them to win the division. There's reports coming out that Caleb and Ben Johnson aren't getting along. And he's talking about he might, it sounds like Ben Johnson doesn't want him to be the quarterback of the future there. He wants to get his guy because he didn't draft him. And and I've said it all year before the media was on it, really, that after you get past the first two drives, Caleb tends to try to, improvise a little too freaking much. And Ben Johnson doesn't like that. And when you run backwards and lose yards, Ben Johnson really doesn't like that because that's the one thing about golf is he couldn't run backwards because he's a statue. So he never had to worry about that. And I think Caleb, I don't know, man. The NFC North is up for grabs. It's crazy because I feel like this Steelers game this week is a trap game. I almost took this game and I was like, I don't want it, man. I don't know who's starting. I don't know who to trust. Like,
No, and that's why we have to talk about it. We have to get into what the playoff situation could be, might be, because there's so many closeness. There's so many close divisions in this game, in this season, that we have to keep track of this, and we'll do that again as we go through our bets for this week 12 weekend. Let's get it. Everybody
let's
waiting
get
for
it,
that. Let's
boys.
go. We had
Week 12, crazy. Gone by
okay,
so fast.
it's going by quickly, but we had a good start to the week 12 with the Texans +6 and 3 of our 4 bets hitting for that game. So Colts +3.5 at Chiefs -3.5. Over under is 50.5. Shaq, I don't want to start the show off with you talking crap on my boy Daniel Dimes. He's ready to go, okay? But you are actually taking a different approach to this game that I thought you would take because I thought you were anti-Chief, but you're actually more anti-Jones than anti-Chiefs.
I am. I am. I very much am. 3 weeks ago we said the Chiefs were back, but there's just something off with that team still. But you know how much I don't believe in Daniel Jones? I watched this man long enough play in the NFC East. And the same reason the Patriots are good this year, the year they went 11-5, we still won the division, by the way. They had the second easiest schedule in the league, and they got bounced out of the first round by us. So I don't believe in Daniel Jones. The one good team he has played, the Rams, he lost to, and it looked closer than it actually should have been. But this Chiefs defense, man, their front is good. They're good against the run. They know they've got to stop Jonathan Taylor. That is the whole Colts offense. If you stop him, the play action doesn't get open. The play action doesn't get open. The deep passes downfield are harder to hit. And the Chiefs have historically held Jonathan Taylor in check for the most part. And they've only given up one guy 100-yard rusher this season so far. So I feel like the Chiefs here, man, they should cover. Um, Sauce Gardner is there, but they have so many speedsters at wide receiver that I'm going to take the Chiefs here at -3.5. I think they win by a touchdown, if not more. because Danny Dimes sucks. I don't need to go into it. Go look at the YouTube shorts. I'll tell you right
Hey,
now. He's just a
I'm
fancy hefty bag out there.
I'm
Got the
not going
smell
to.
fragrance and the extra stretch and everything, but he's still trash.
It's a fraud, it's a fraud, it's a fraud!
He could be. This could be a pumpkin game.
And it pains me to take the Chiefs. I don't. We are in Missouri, so shout out to my Chiefs guys that listen to me. I know you're used to me talking smack on everybody, but last week I got to flex on them Broncos winning the division, knowing the Chiefs were going to lose. So I'll take you guys this week. I think 3.5. I think they win this by 5 to a touchdown easy. I have no faith in Daniel Dimes. On the road in Arrowhead, they stopped Taylor, which means more pressure on Dimes. He's going to eat a lot of real grass this weekend.
That's the only reason why I agree with you, bro. It's a dome team going outside. Damn.
And
Damn.
we've been in Missouri, man. It's been pretty warm, but this weekend is supposed to get cold and rainy.
It's supposed to be like 40-something degrees and raining. So, damn, man.
Yeah, got to take the queefs.
But Travis Kelce, he's probably going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, look, the Colts have been pretty decent on the run. They've been terrible against the pass. That's why they went out and got your boy, Sauce Gardner, who's a great corner. But even he had his moments in his debut, a little slip in the end zone. Drake London ate his lunch, bro, and came back for the rest of his money later.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
But I think he's going to come out. I think he's going to shut him down. You know, he's going to be all over. That's going to be a good thing to watch. If you're a guy that likes to watch matchups, I really think it's going to be good to watch Gardner play whoever they put him on. But I feel like it'll be mostly Rashee Rice. So it'll be good. It'll make somebody else have to make the plays. And the run game for the Chiefs isn't there. Their tackles suck for like the 7th year in a row. The only weakness of the Chiefs is their tackles, and for some reason they can't figure that out. They keep getting receivers in the draft that suck. They're fast, but they suck. But they can't get tackles figured out. But with Gardner there, man, I feel like Rice is going to be covered up a lot. And that leaves the middle of the field. They're a blitzing defense. They don't really have cover middle linebackers. This gives Kelce the chance here. Like I said, they're not good at running the ball because their offensive line is pretty bad, especially on the corners. If you can't run it up the gut, you're not going to be able to. So I think Kelce will have his opportunities, especially in the 10-yard line here. I think this is an easy cash because both these teams are actually pretty mediocre against the tight end position.
Yes, both of them are mediocre. Okay, but the Chiefs aren't top 10 worst against tight ends. The Colts are. So I believe in this bet. I like this bet, but I do. You also think that this tight end will have his chances on KC.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tyler Warren has been Mr. Reliable. Top 3 tight end on the year. And historically, this year, he's been killing it in the first half, but I think they're going to need to use him all game. I think the Colts play from behind here. And just like the Chiefs have good linebackers with Karlaftis back there, but they're decent at coverage. They're not great. They're exposed over the middle of the field. That's where they've been burned a lot in this defense, especially off of play action. And this is the team to do it with Jonathan Taylor. You know, even if they shut Jonathan Taylor down, the Colts' identity is to run the ball. They're going to smash him in there, even if he gets 2 yards. And the next play might be play action, and it leaves Taylor or Tyler Warren open over the middle here. And I think this is how you're going to beat this Chiefs team is the middle of the field, especially because they're going to be focused on shutting down Taylor and getting to Daniel Dimes. Because if you force the game through Daniel Dimes' hands, he's not a deep ball thrower. He can fumble over his own feet any day of the week or just fumble in general. So the quick read to me is going to be Mr. Reliable Tyler Warren, who's been good for 50 yards in over 70% of his games this year. And I think 44.5, he gets them all in the first half, and they lead big usually is why he doesn't have it. But I've seen him take games over where they needed to have it. In that Steelers game, he had 100 receiving yards almost in that game, 8 catches, and they needed to have it because they were trailing and they lost by 7. So I think Tyler Warren here, man, 44.5. This Chiefs defense, they're not very susceptible on much, but over the middle, he's going to be a big factor tonight.
I'm already on this too. I've already parlayed the Travis Kelce touchdown and the Tyler Warren over 4.5 receiving yards because there's a certain amount of guys in the league at tight end who are volume reception yards guys. Like they don't get a lot of receptions, but they get a lot of volume when it comes to how many yards they get per catch, and he's one of them.
Exactly.
Tucker Kraft, another one. Travis Kelce.
And Warren reminds me a lot of him.
Yeah, Kelce, another one. Just open the middle of the field, 20 yards out. Bam. Like, I don't know how this happens. You guys just find ways to get open. There's a guy that I'm betting on this weekend that is not a really good yardage volume, but he gets a lot of receptions. We'll talk about him later. But game 2 of the show, game 1 for me, is Seahawks minus 12.5 at Titans plus 12.5. Over under is 40.5. I'm taking the Seahawks, bro. Minus 12.5. Surprise. All them points. Yes.
What? No, I'm just kidding.
I want all them points, bro. We are at a point in time of the season, bro, where you see if the teams are quitting.
I think you're right. I think this is a big bounce back game for him, especially if that embarrassing 4-interception game from Darnold last week.
Here are my stats, bro.
I think this is a big bounce back game.
The Seahawks are the best road team in football. They are 4-1 on the road. Okay. Off a loss, they are 2-0 against the spread. Titans have given up on this season, bro. I'm telling you, they are done. They don't know.
Started.
They have no idea what's going to happen next year. This could be a whole different team next year. These guys don't even know what tomorrow's promised for them, really. And Titans are 1-3.
Ward might not even start next year.
Probably not. But Titans are 1-3 against the spread at home. The Chargers should have covered that spread against them, but they won by 7 and not 10. So I think that this is a clear spot betting-wise to bet on the Seahawks minus 12.5. It looks like a lot, but it ain't that much, bro. They're beating by like 14, maybe even 20, might double. It could be a 34-14 game. It could be bad.
Yeah, they've put up 30 points in half their games in the first half this year.
Yeah. Like, this is we're going to destroy you. Like, and do it fast, too. We'll be up by 20 before the half.
It's a revenge game for them where they've been beating up on bad teams because they have a third-place schedule in the NFC.
I like them. I like them a lot. And then Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, man. If the Seahawks are going to whoop their ass, bro, Zach Charbonnet is going to have his foot right near that cheek. Okay, I'm telling you. He's ready. I think he's going to be doing it. Okay.
That's a size 13, boy.
Literally. He's been used a lot more this season. They want to get his self-esteem going because I think that Kenneth Walker's days are numbered. And they want Charbonnet to be ready for the playoffs. This is hey, get your usage, get the playbook down, get all these plays that we were giving Kenneth Walker. You got to know the entire playbook now because we might run with you the rest of the season because he's been doing the best on the ground and in the air for the Seahawks. Cam Ward, over 32.5 passing attempts. He's not a completion guy. So why would I bet the completions? He's going to have attempts. He averages 33 attempts. The Seahawks are going to pressure him. You cannot run on the Seahawks. I told you guys many times. Can the team be ran on? No, they cannot. Will they allow big plays? No, they cannot. They will not. The Seahawks will not allow big plays. So Cam Ward will be dinking and dunking, throwing short shit, trying to get up the field. He ain't going to complete half of them, but he's going to attempt to pass.
And they'll be playing from behind like they have all year.
Also, when you get blitzed and you throw the ball out of bounds, it's a passing attempt. So
Yeah.
he ain't got to aim
Most
at nobody.
sacks all year, most pressures all year, and they've played behind most average time of possession from behind all year.
Bro, literally. He ain't gotta actually hit the man. He has to throw anywhere. He's gonna throw a lot. Well, he don't want to get sacked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
32 attempts. He's a guarantee, bro. Book it. Game 3 for the show. Game 2 for Shaq. Browns plus 3.5 at Raiders minus 3.5. The over under is 36.5. Shaq is going with the Browns on the money line. Shador Sanders has arrived.
Look, man, this is the perfect game. Look, they passed up on him on 6 picks in the draft. The Raiders could have had Shador. And I know the kid's immature, right?
He is.
Blowing draft interviews left and right. The talent is there. Okay, he should have been a first round at the latest. This kid should never have made it past pick 80 at the latest, and he went to the 5th round. And I don't know why they're kidding themselves with Dylan Gabriel, who had a run game in Oregon, who had a defense in Oregon, and probably a best offensive line in college football in Oregon to make him look like he was decent, but he really wasn't. Really wasn't that good. So I think Shador in this, man, this is perfect. They're in a dome. They're playing Geno Smith. He's got a great defense. He's had all week to prepare. They might know his fucking cadence this week. That tells you right there that they just don't want to give him to it because they know there's publicity. They moved this game from being a noon game in the central area, to an afternoon game. It's a kickoff at 3:05. They moved that game because they want you to see Shador because he sells tickets. This guy had a top 5 jersey sales in the first week of the season as a 3rd, 4th string guy. The Browns, it's all set up for the Browns. And I'll tell you right now, the NFL wants him to win this game. So Monday morning, there are headlines about Shador enough. He is the guy. I'm telling you, man. So give me the Browns money line. I have no faith in Geno Smith against this defense. I think Myles Garrett has a good day. And I think the dump offs are going to be there, man. Like Shador is that guy. He is pressure in his face. He will run to try to get out of it, but there's going to be dump offs. That's why he's the most accurate quarterback in college last year, is because he's not scared to dump it off. And with a week full of number 1 reps that he hasn't got all year, and with something to prove on a team that passed on him 5 times, who sucked 2 in a dome in the air conditioning, give me the Browns money line, dude.
It's good money too. Right now, it's plus money. He said, "Don't take the 3.5 points, man. They ain't gonna be close. They're gonna win the game." But your first bet,
You're gonna win.
I like this bet. I like Shador Sanders over 158 passing yards. This is insulting. He ain't gonna pass the ball. He's a thrower. He's a willing thrower, a deep field thrower.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. He throws a pretty ball, and the Raiders have not been that great in the secondary. They get pressures on the quarterback, and they can stop the run, but the secondary has been shown all year you can throw on them. And I think 158.5 is low. I think they gave him a lot of that because of how bad Dylan Gabriel's been. But Dylan Gabriel is not a thrower. He comes from a running offense in Oregon, where he had a great offensive line and a good run game. And Shador here has dump off. He had Travis Hunter. If the offense, who I believe in Stefanski, he's like, damn, I got to start this kid. I don't know who doesn't want to start him, but you can build an offensive game plan around him, especially against the Raiders in a dome for 158.5. Come on, bro. There's no wind, nothing. He'll have 175 easy.
That's what I'm saying. I like Njoku in this game personally. I think he
did not practice all week though.
Oh damn! But Fannon's cool too.
The tight ends will be involved, but I hope Njoku gets to start. But I don't think he practiced the last 2 days.
If Njoku starts though,
Bannon should be big. Judy's there, but nobody uses Judy. And Cedric Tillman has been healthy. He's back. But Dylan Gabriel can't throw the fucking ball.
No.
So with Judkins in there, who's a great running back, against all you got to stop is Max Crosby. I feel like this is the opportunity, man. They move down the field. They've got a defense to keep them in it at all points. If we get turnovers from Geno Smith, when we get turnovers from Geno Smith in this game, it could be inside the red zone. It could be inside there on their side of the ball, and it just sets up for Quinshawn Judkins. You want to give easy reads to Shadur. It's his first start. You want to give him quick options to throw the ball, and you want to rely on the run game. You've got a great running back here, and you've got a great running threat at quarterback, which expands the offense, expands both sides of the field. And I feel like with their defense, there will be turnovers on the wrong side of the
Oh
field, and
yeah.
Quinshawn Judkins is going to be a big part of this game. And with Shador only this being his first start, who are you going to trust in the 5 yard line? You going to trust Shador to throw the ball, or you're going to trust Quinshawn Judkins to get you in the end zone? So I think this will be the way they score besides field goals in this game because it's in a dome. But Judkins is the offense. Judy has been nowhere. Tillman's been hurt all year. Fannin has had his opportunities, and we've been waiting on Njoku to actually blow up for 8 years now. So this is a gimme right here, I feel like.
I like it. I don't think he's going to be able to throw deep into the red zone to a touchdown if he's going to be able to really have the game he wants to
Right.
have. Because I don't think he's going to have a 300-yard game, bro. He's not throwing for 300 yards.
No.
But he might throw for 250,
But
240,
158
220.
is stupid.
158 is really bad. So like I feel like he's going to have a good game. I think Judkins will have a good game because he's not going to be having a lot of passing touchdowns. I think it's going to be a rushing touchdown. Who else rushes the ball? They want to really get a lot of carries.
You look at the college film tape, if it is a passing touchdown, it's like a 60% chance it's still Judkins.
Probably. Game 4 for the show. Game 2 for me is the Vikings plus 6.5 at the Packers minus 6.5. Over unders 41.5. We just talked about this division. The Vikings are 4-6. The Packers are 6-3. They're one game behind the Bears. The Bears should not go to the playoffs. They're going to get their ass kicked. They do not need to do this now. The sad part is I'm on the Vikings plus 6.5 because I still think the Packers are also frauds. I think the Lions could still win the division. If they are good money right now, I would see what's up because the Lions could still win this division, even as the third seed right now in this division. They're the better team overall, all around. But
this is a big game for that division, no matter what.
I'm taking McCarthy, bro, and I think that's the thing that everyone wants to know. Why am I not taking McCarthy? Okay.
I want to know why you taking McCarthy.
Because I think he's good. Okay? I think he's actually good. I think he does make mistakes. He does make a lot of mistakes. But
Did I hear you right?
he makes enough mistakes, okay? But I do think he showed a lot of things in these last 2 games, man. He showed capability, bro. He showed capability. He showed that he does not need to turn the ball over. He doesn't have to be a Superman. Honestly, him leaving and coming back weeks later kind of helped him out. I think he's learned a lot. And I also, what I really am, I'm believing in the freaking defense, bro. Okay? Brian Flores defense.
All right.
We'll see if Jordan Love is really about that life because they're sending random blitzes. Okay? And I don't know if it's going to work out for him. And he struggles. You see what happened to the Panthers, bro? The Panthers stop the run, then you got problems. And make him throw the ball. The Vikings are going to make him throw the ball. Vikings are going to definitely make him throw that ball. And we're going to have to see. But also, TJ Hawkinson, bro. I'm telling you, the Packers are not good against tight end. They're not good against tight end. We saw what happened.
You're not wrong. Panthers. Going back to our Hawkinsons, man.
You see how low his receptions is? Because he's not a number 1 guy, number 2 guy in the system anymore. It's all Jefferson or Addison. But he's
Well,
a
that's the thing.
forgotten.
Without Carson Wentz being there, the tight end is useless.
It won't be, I promise, because this game, the Packers allow 6 receptions per game to the tight end. Hawkinson is the most used tight end in this system. He will have 3 catches. I would take it up to 4.5. I think he has 5 catches in this game.
4.5.
I
Wow,
think
you're big, man. You really believe in JJ in this?
I think speaking of that, prop 2, McCarthy over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think JJ goes off for this game. He plays very well outside. He does not play good in the dome, but he'll play good outside. Okay, so I do trust him to put up points in this game. I worry about the coaching of Matt LaFleur. I question his coaching.
No.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I
yeah.
worry about the execution. Like, that's what I'm like, man. It just drives me nuts with the Packers. Is like, how many great receivers do you need to not be able to figure out an offense? Like, I get you lost
Yes.
Kraft, but like the talent that you have should be enough.
Yeah, and I know the last 2 games that were played against this team were with the Sam Darnold Vikings, but they were close. They won the game in Minnesota, and then they were close to winning that game in Green Bay. They lost by less than 5 points. So I'm taking the 6.5 with the Vikings. If you can get 7, hell yes. But I don't think it's going to be a beat. I'm a beat. This is not a wake
I
up game
don't
for
know. You
them.
got a lot of
This
faith
is
in
a
that
wake up
Michigan
game.
boy.
Do you think this is a wake up game for the Packers?
I think it should be. I just, man, I know it's only been 6 starts. This will be his 6th start in his career for JJ. So he hasn't really played a whole season. God, he's looked bad in every start. He really has. He's had like good quarters. But he comes from Michigan, where he threw for under 2,000 yards 3 out of the 4 years he was there. And he relied on a good running game. Like, he didn't ever throw. His best touchdowns were still under 20 touchdowns in Michigan for his career. He's never threw over 20. Like, he's not the guy.
But
And that's why it's just hard for me. Like,
he did not
Aaron
have.
Jones is old. So the run game there isn't really that good. And Jordan Mason is a one-trick pony. You got to get him to the edge or he's nothing. And he's not Jamal Charles.
No. The O line that is actually pretty good for the Vikings is all healthy. They all practiced this week. They're all active in this game. They know what time
Healthy
it is.
for once. All right.
It's
All right.
we lose.
You know about more about this game than I do.
They're all Darisaw, Kelly. Yes, I'm all about it now. You have Darisaw out there. I'm here for that. He's a big man, dude. Good luck. So I like that they have opportunities here with the protection of a young JJ McCarthy, which means he'll have time to pick out receivers who he has way more options, reliable options than Jordan Love does. So I think.
Well, and that's my thing, man. How are you this? You got Justin Jefferson, who's probably everybody considers him the number 2 receiver in the entire league. You know, he's up there with CD and he's up there with Jamar Chase. But how he has been like a 25 overall receiver all year. Like, how do we not get him involved? Like, and they've got talent at the receiver. Naylor's good. Jordan Addison's obviously good. And that's what I'm like. McCarthy should be throwing for 340 yards when they lose by 20. Like, but he doesn't throw the ball, bro. He has no deep ball. He is the Chad Pennington of the 2020s.
Dang, Chad Pennington, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on,
and
dude.
at least
Relax.
he blew his fucking rotator cuff. He had a reason he couldn't throw.
Bro, Leave Chad Pennington out of this, man. Dang. You know I'm a Jets fan.
Shots
That is
fired.
insane. That is a
Hey,
criminal
he was
offense.
in Miami when they were good last.
Man, he was a good Jet too. Okay. That is game 4 for the show. Game 2 for me. Game 3 for Shaq. Game 5 for the show is Eagles. I'll remind everybody right now, we are an Eagles podcast. And we will support the Eagles here.
No.
Okay.
Super Bowl champions.
They are -3.5 at the climbing Cowboys +3.5 over under 47.5. Shaq doesn't care. Have you? You guys are climbing up the ranks and trying to do some things.
We do not care.
It's gonna have to be the Eagles -3 for Shaq. Why?
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. All right, look. So I think I was a week early last week. Man, this is the most drama I've ever seen in the media for an 8-2 team who is got a guy that wins 70% of his games, who's been to 2 Super Bowls and won one, and had a potential to win 2 if there wasn't some bullshit PI call at the end of that. Anyways, I've moved on. We have a ring since then. But last week, man, I said they would get it going in Detroit. The targets were there for A.J. Brown. The passing game is a focus here. Saquon Barkley has less than 700 rushing yards this year after a 2,000-yard season. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, it'd be like if he broke 1,000 this year. That'd be a good season if he got to 1,000 because they're looking at committees here, and I think Tank Bigsby at the end of the year will be a big deal. But we're going to Dallas, who has the worst passing defense in the league in a dome. I don't care if Dak Prescott's 27-3 against the NFC. 2 of them losses are us, baby. And then, you know what's crazy is Dak Prescott's going on year 10 and he's only got 30 NFC East games. Oh yeah, because he was crippled for 2 or 3 years of his career where he didn't get to play us. So I don't care about the 27-3. You guys came off a win against the Vegas Raiders. Our defense is looking like last year's defense where we laid that smack down on the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I think this is a get-right game. You know, the media is out here calling for, they're trying to rile AJ up. Everybody's talking about how nobody likes Hurts in the locker room. The only guy that can win. And I'll tell you right now, this is why I love Jalen Hurts. Never throws anybody under the bus. And I guarantee you what he's going to do, he's going to go out there and execute what needs to get done. Last week, 11 targets for A.J. Brown. This week, he's going to catch more than 5 passes because they're going to get after it. Oh, I don't want to throw into short windows. I don't want to throw into tight windows. I've been holding the ball too long. I'm trying to play hero quarterback. Bet. And that's all the words he has. He doesn't talk shit. He doesn't do anything. He goes out there and he proves it. I love Jalen Hurts. I love the way he represents himself. He's got an all-women legal team, and he don't go party with the boys. You want to know why? Because they keep that man straight, and they know that he is a good man, and he's going to go out there and play football, and that is his focus. He ain't focusing on nothing but going out and playing football. And I'm telling you, A.J. Brown in this game, it's a get-right game. They're going to shut the media up. They need to shut the media up. This is an 8-2 team. This is a Super Bowl defending champion team. And A.J. Brown is talented. And we're in a dome against our heated rivals, against a climbing up Cowboys team. Yeah, let's go shut all that shit down in a team that's terrible in the secondary, who's been exposed all year, with a guy bitching that doesn't get the ball and a quarterback saying that he's too scared to throw into tight windows. It's going to get done, man. I think I was just a week early. I like A.J. Brown touchdown in this game. And I think AJ goes off, bro. And like I said, you need to go out and trade for him now because they've got the easiest secondary schedule for the rest of the year. Like AJ Brown will be a top 10 receiver the rest of the year. And we're in a dome. You need to jump on this pick quick because they like to get rid of Aubrey's field goals before Sunday hits because they know it's cash money in a dome. Take this up to 2.5. especially the way the defense has been playing. We've been lights out. We're going to try and stall these guys out. Our secondary is really good. Jalen Phillips has been stepping up on the edge. If Jair Alexander ever gets his head out of his ass and he gets the right medication, touches the field, will be even better. But I'm telling you, the secondary has been on fire. I think they're going to stop them short. Dak Prescott in the run game is going to be tough with Javonte Williams. They're going to have to throw the ball, and the secondary has been killing it ever since we decided to put a Dory Jackson as a third corner. And I don't know why he still touches the field, but every time he does, he gets burned. That was a Jameson Williams touchdown last week. Who was the guy chasing after him? Fucking Dory Jackson, because they were stupid. Anyways, I think if the secondary does what they've been doing, they'll stall his drives out. Javonte Williams has a tough night. And Aubrey's automatic, dude. If they're on the 45, 50-yard, even if they're at midfield at halftime, he's kicking the ball, bro. It's going to be 68 yards. And he's got a chance to smash here. Like, I think I'd take this to 2.5 field goals. Easy.
And with the game being this close, it's a plus 3.5 game, minus 3.5 game. I think it goes under 47.5, which means the kickers are going to be useful, but you never bet on the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, because he don't ever get used. So don't ever bet on him.
We go for fourth downs when we really shouldn't, just like Dan Campbell.
Never bet on Jake Elliott. But I will take Brandon Aubrey for sure in this game. Game 6 for the show. Game 3 for me. Jaguars minus 3 at the Cardinals plus 3. Over under 47.5. It seems kind of weird. You might not like it. But I'm taking the over 47.5. I think both these teams light each other up. I think the Cardinals have nothing to play for. Brissett's been playing well. Brissett has averaged 20 points at home. The Cardinals, period, have averaged over 20 points at home. They're going to put up 20 points here. The Jaguars are going to score over 20 points, even though they have had a really stale offense. I think that Travis Etienne can eat in this game. I do think that the rookie, well, the second-year guy now for the Jaguars, they don't really have a good team, guys. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay, the team ain't that good. But
You're talking about Brian Thomas Jr.?
Yeah, exactly. Thomas Jr.
He's had a down year.
These Cardinals receivers are not that good. The Cardinals DBs are not that good. Okay, I really strongly believe this game's going to go over 47.5. It will be tough to get there. It might be right at it. A 2028 game is on the table. Like, it's going to be close, but I do think it happens because I can't take a team in this one. I would like to take the Cardinals probably.
The only tough part for me in this is the Cardinals defense only shows up at home if you look at their games this year.
True.
That's my only thing. But they still give up about 20 points on average. It'll be really close. This is a tough one to pick on the spread.
Very tough. It's going to be really close to this number. I think that's why it's the Jaguars coming into a dome. I like what's his name? Trevor Lawrence in a dome. Okay. I think he has a better opportunity.
You got to give him all the breaks you can.
Everything, bro. But I like more than Trevor Lawrence in this game. I like Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made. He's in the dome. Outside kickers in the dome. Shaq started that trend. We're following it because it hit. Matt Prater hit on Thursday Night Football. Were you there for that? Wow, he kicks outside. He's in the dome,
bro. And we killed last week's kicker props with Atlanta and Carolina, and any kicker we've taken the last 3 weeks, we've pretty much cashed on.
It's a bet. You have to take it. So I'm going with Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made. Prop 2.
Record-setting Cam Little.
He is. He's one of the best. Trey McBride over 4.5 receiving yards, only because he gets a lot of targets. Man,
and there's still no Marvin Harrison.
He might get 12 targets this game. It could be ugly. So I think he's he's a volume guy. He's one of the guys I was talking about, guys. They get a lot of
Oh,
volume. And their yards are deep.
Brissett loves the tight end too.
Yeah. I think he can get 74 yards in 5 catches. So
There's no Marvin Harrison in this. Trey McBride will have at least 12 targets in this game.
his over under in Vegas for receptions is 7.5. Dang.
Yeah. Dang.
I could not take that. No.
Dude, you want to know some Shaq facts on Trey McBride? It's crazy. He's played 43 games. He's got 43 touchdowns. He's had 5 catches or more in every single game since December last year. Like, he is the tight end one. He is the Travis Kelce. He's just on such a bad team that nobody – you either know Trey McBride or you don't watch football.
He's good, man. He's straight up money, bro. Money. And I like him to have a good night against this poor
For sure.
Jaguars team, bro. They suck, bro. But
their secondary
Sunday
is
night
ass.
football. We got the Baconeers. I did not put the Baconeers on this because it's a consensus bet. So we might not go Baconeers. We might go Baconeers. It's -7 for the Rams. Home favorites. Over under 49.5. Where are we going, Shaq?
Oh, bro. Look, can I lay out an argument for you? Because I feel like I know you being the addict you are for that bacon ear, man. You're a bacon fiend. Look, Sean McVay had this guy on his team. He knows Baker Mayfield. He knows his weaknesses, bro. Sean McVay has got some crazy, Ken Jennings from Jeopardy photo memory. He can remember anything. He'd tell you a score from the minute he was born type shit. Like, you ever watch any of those interviews, dude? He could tell you the last time he farted and what it smelled like at 8.
He's
all right? So that tells me he knows Baker Mayfield really well. He knows how he's going to get after him. He knows what he doesn't do well. Because he started for him. So I almost want to take the Rams -7 here. I just don't believe in the Bucs, dude, and I believe in the Rams defense.
You want me?
I really do think the Bucs come out of this game, no matter how close the score is, they come out of this game 6-5. They lose. This is a Rams winning all day.
You want me to bet against Baker Mayfield? Can I at least talk
it's time.
Can I at least talk you into like the over under?
I think it's the under.
Why do you think it's the under?
I think it's the under because of the Rams defense. Number 1 run defense. Secondary is decent. They bend, but they don't break. They don't give up points. They'll give you the yards, but they don't give up points. They give up field goals. Todd Bowles takes field goals. He is not a 4th down kind of guy unless he absolutely has to. Ibuka has been hit or miss since he's come back from injury. Tez Johnson is a number 2 guy. Godwin's washed. You don't have Mike Evans the rest of the year. They're still trying to figure it out. Sean Tucker, your 3rd string back, running against the number 1 run defense. Yeah, he killed last week, but he won't have those numbers this week against the Rams. I'll tell you that. I don't know, man. I know no matter what, I know the Rams money line is it's not good odds. I think it's -175. But there's no way the Rams don't win this game. I feel like the Buccaneers come out of this 6-5 all day, unless I wake up in a different reality and they're 7-4 somehow.
Bro.
But I would take the under. What are you thinking,
bro? How many games do you expect the Buccaneers to lose in a row? 3? That's freaking crazy.
When you look at their record, when they have even won the division or made the playoffs, how many of those were double-digit win
Correct.
seasons? I think there's one where they were like 10. They barely scratched 10 when they win that craptacular division and make the playoffs.
The Rams do not play good at home. No. They lost to the Niners. Of course, they beat the Saints. The Saints suck. They barely beat the Colts. They barely beat the Texans. I'm not
The
going
Texans'
against Baker
defense
Mayfield,
is
bro.
legit, bro.
I'm not going against Baker Mayfield family. Can't do it, brother. I will take the under 49.5. But I do think in my heart of hearts it goes over 49.5 because Baker's not going to stop scoring points. He's not going to stop.
Bro. Who's he
He'll
going to
find a way.
score with? Ibuka?
Yeah, anyone.
'Cause
Rashad
I
White
don't
might have a
think
good
Sean
game.
Tucker gets it done. I don't think Kate Otten gets it done. I don't think 145-pound Tez Johnson gets it done against this defense.
Our consensus bet is the under 49.5. I'm not going with Baker Mayfield, dude. I'm not. I am a believer. Okay. I'm a Baker believer. Okay. Baker has delivered me from bad bets.
This is not the Bills' defense. The Bills are frauds.
I don't think the Rams are that good on defense at home. And we'll see. But your first.
What?
I don't know, bro. I don't think so. I think they have an easy, bro. Easy. You want to talk about easy schedule, bro? These guys have a cheesy schedule.
The Rams? They got the hardest division right now in all of football.
Yeah, no, it's hard yet. Okay, it's close, but they have played easy games this season. You beat the Ravens.
They lost to us, but they should have won that game.
You played the Ravens at a good time. Okay, you played the Texans early on.
Yeah, but they played Lamar Jackson, didn't they?
Yeah, but no, that wasn't Lamar Jackson, bro. It was Cooper Rush. So chill out.
What week was it?
It was no, bro, that was Cooper Rush. So I want you to please relax.
Relax.
Oh.
Okay. Let me continue. Okay. let me continue. They barely beat the Rams. I mean the Titans. Titans, bro. They beat them by 20 points. Well, like 15 points. But it's the Titans. The Colts, you think they're frauds. So I'm not taking their wins for a lot. The Jaguars and the Saints? Nah, dude. No. No. I will take the under with you. Okay. I believe in that. But here's your first prop. Your first prop is the kicker who's outside going inside.
In a dome all day. And like I said, I was saying it earlier, Todd Bowles, he'll take the points. He's not a fourth down guy like that. It's easy money, dude. It might take till the fourth quarter, but even Matt Prater got there as long as, McDermott. Yeah, Todd Bowles is not Sean McDermott. He will take the points because you're going to need him in this game with this defense.
You need everything you can get. So I'm with that. I already have a parlay. So already in a parlay. I do not agree with, and that hurts me to say this, but I don't agree with this one. It's Stafford. Matthew Stafford, over 258 passing yards. Why?
I think they move the ball, man. I really do. I think Puka's in this healthy. They've passed it all year, dude. Stafford is the number one MVP candidate right now for a reason. He's been lights out. His QBR rating is insane. He averages 250 a game. Even when he has a bad game at 184 yards, he throws 4 touchdowns. And really, that's because their defense is giving them field position. And that is one thing I will say is that I don't feel like Mayfield will give them easy field position. He'll try to extend plays, but he'll live to see another down as much as he will. He's not Josh Allen. He won't run backwards. He'll throw it away. And so I feel like they will drive the field a lot. They might not get touchdowns out of it, but they move the ball through play action. Stafford's a pocket passer. I don't know. You saw what the Bills did against them. I mean, Josh Allen threw for 260, and they have no receivers. You've got a Hall of Famer in Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, who averages 8 catches a game when he does touch the field. And then you forget about Corum, who's been decent in the receiving game, and Kyron, who's also been a decent set of hands in the receiving game. And then nobody talks about the tight end. Like Higbee could still catch balls. Like he's not talked about because last week you see Devontae Adams. If they're inside the 5-yard line, that's the guy they throw to. But I don't know. I don't believe in the Buccaneers defense. I know they're beat up back there. They've got a good run defense, but their secondary is questionable, especially against these wide receivers and against Sean McVay and an old head like Todd Bowles. The defense is good. He's a defensive coach. I believe in Sean McVay's offensive schemes a lot more.
Yeah, you can do that. I do think that he is a smart coach. Okay, he is a smart coach, and it's going to be tough. I know that I'm asking for a lot of Baker Mayfield, but I think he can keep this game close. But I think Matt Stafford makes a mistake.
Oh,
Stafford throws an interception. He's been relatively clean. Okay, it hurts me to take Matt Stafford.
I think he only has 1 or 2 interceptions on the year.
Yeah, but I think this is a close game. You know why? Because Todd Bowles' defense shows up, and these DBs are kind of nasty. Okay.
All right. I think we have completely. Do you think the Bucs win this game in your heart of hearts?
Nah, they're not going to win. That's why the spread is 7-7. But I think they lose by 3.
All right. I just wanted to make sure we know the Rams are winning this game.
The Rams are going to win, but they're going to lose. They're going to win the game by 3 points. Field goal. It's going to be a field goal. That's why I like your Chase McLaughlin. I think it's a field goal game. Under. Both teams stalling out. Stafford.
I just think that Rams defense will make them take the points every time.
And I think that your guy, Matt Stafford, and the Rams are taking points too. And Puka isn't doing what he wants to do all the time. We'll see. Rashad White. Okay, Rashad White is my other guy on this game. I like him over 15.5 receiving yards. Rashad White, the Rams allow top 5 most receiving yards to the running back. He's going to be available to catch passes because he's mostly a pass catching back. He's not a running back. That's why they have Sean Tucker actually running. Yes, he can run the ball. He's a big guy. Rashad White's not a small guy. Okay, he's a running back, but he is more so the pass catching back in this system than Sean Tucker is. Sean Tucker he only has 1 game in the last 5 games with over 9 receiving yards. So it's mostly Rashad White. He's the pass catcher in this backfield. I believe there'll be a lot of dink and dunk. See, I'm going to look at Baker Mayfield's passing completions or attempts in this game because I think he's going to have to throw the ball quickly. Jared Verse is out there. I'm not delusional. Okay, I'm not delusional, man. There are guys out there. Landman, he's crazy. The linebacker, he's insane. I have him in my defensive league. He's pretty good. So I'm not blind to the facts, Shaq. Okay, I'm not blind. I just know that you have to have the Baker belief. I don't
know, man. I've
smoked too much. I've smoked too much Baker, bro. Smoked too much Baker, and now I just can't quit.
Man, I just after that Bills game last week and then watching the Bills lose to the Texans and Miami, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just feel like they're too beat up on offense for this to be. I think it'll be competitive, but I don't think it'll be like that Bills game where they put up 28 points and lose by 10. I feel like it's going to be like you're saying 23-20, 26-22, something like that. Some weird little score. Competitive, but
Another another
I
reason
just
though.
think the Rams. We both know the Rams are winning, so I don't
Todd
know about
Bowles.
Rashad on the receiving.
Hey, you also questioned some of my picks already, and they happened. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay. You did not. You wasn't very much of a faithful man when it came to Khalil Shakir on Thursday night. But what did you
I
have?
was not.
You
I was
did.
not. You
You
got
did.
me on that one. You
You
had me on that one.
cash me out.
That is not a bet I took.
So, but Monday Night Football. Okay, it is the Panthers, the Pussycats, +7 at the 49ers, -7. Dang, I messed it up again. What's wrong with me? -7. The Niners
Smoking
are
that bacon
trying to
ears,
get the
boy.
division lead. Okay, the Niners are trying to get into the division league. They're going to need to win this game. It's going to be tough for me to pick who I want to win this game, who I like to win this game. Like Shaq, do you have any ideas of what our consensus bet might be for this game?
I really, I really want to take the Panthers +7 here in my personal bet. I would take the under here for sure if you didn't want to take the Panthers +7. I think that's just because of my biasness for Rico Dowdle. I think he's a stud, but the Panthers the last four games really, their average is not. They're not scoring above 20 points in three of those four, and they've won them. Like the Packers game was 16-13, and then they had another game where they barely put up 20, and then they came out last week and had to put up points. But their defense has really kept them in the game because Xavier Leggett has somehow put up numbers this year, and then Tedero McMillan, who's their number one, he's been kind of hit or miss. So, but their defense has been there. I think the Niners with Brock Purdy still have some questions. The defense really helped Purdy out last week, giving him good field position. Like he had 4 touchdowns passing, but he never really started a drive on his side of the field more than like twice. Like they
Dang.
were killing. So I would take the under here if we were going to do consensus. I don't see it being a 50-point game. I think the Panthers have a hard time putting up 20 in this game. And I think the Niners are good for 20, 23, but 50 points is tough.
Do you think it's going to go under more than the Panthers keeping it close?
I would take the under just because I think the Niners have a better chance to win this game than the Panthers, especially in San Francisco with Purdy, McCaffrey, Kittle's back. You got Pearsall back. You got Juwan Jennings. This is the healthiest the Niners have been all year. As much as I have a biasness and want to like the Panthers, I'm going to take the Niners. I take the under, man. I don't think they'll keep it close. I think it'll be the under. But I think the Niners will score more points. I trust the Niners to score more than the Panthers in a game where the Niners need it in this division.
How can you like the under, but not like the Panthers?
You want me to trust Xavier Leggett, big country? I
Yeah.
don't know. I'll tell you this too: that it was crazy is the Niners have been able to be ran on, and that's where the whole Panthers offense starts is through Dowdle.
I'm telling you, man, teams who can run the ball on the Niners, they're going to have a lot of success. And I do think the Panthers pass game opens up this game. Here, let me talk you into them. Let me talk you into them, bro. The Panthers have won the last three straight road games. Let's go, Panthers, bro. They've been very good defensively the last three road games, besides the Falcons game, where they did let them score 27 points, and it was Kirk Cousins, a veteran. Uh, we do know that they hurt Penix. Brock Purdy isn't exempt from getting hurt.
Well,
So
and even if Mac Jones came in, they would still be pretty efficient as an offense.
he's not gonna light up the Panthers, bro.
So you really want to take the over here?
I want to take the Panthers, bro. My +7, bro.
+7? Okay, you can take me with the +7. I'll take
All
the
right,
+7. I don't think they
that is
lose by more than a touchdown, but I don't know. Who did the Niners play last week? Oh, it was the Cardinals. Never
the
mind. I was
Cardinals,
like, they put
bro.
up a shitload of points. Never mind.
Inside, the Cardinals aren't that good, which is which is why you saw I had it over in that game with the Jaguars because I feel like anyone can put up points in Arizona. Anyone can.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
all right. We'll go with the Panthers +7 because that was my
yeah,
original pick.
I agree though. It's gonna be outside. It's gonna be a low scoring game, but a low scoring game just means the Panthers are gonna keep it within 7. Let's go Panthers, bro. I thought I would never say that in my life, bro. That's crazy.
Shout out Riley.
But your first option, Rico Dowdle. You like Rico Dowdle for sure. It's a run first offense.
Hey, that's my boy, dude. I'm biased here. Like, that is a man amongst boys. Like, he's not Derrick Henry, but he might as well be. He's jacked, dude. He's a big running back. And they gave all that money to Chuba Hubbard. And you look at his props and everything on him, they're like, we don't want you on the field, bro. We're going to trade you in the offseason. Bet your life.
It's ugly.
So I think Rico Dowdle here. I think that's where the offense starts and ends with the Panthers. Because Xavier Legette is not a good enough receiver to get open without play action
No.
or Tedero McMillan on the outside. And I don't think this team has figured out how to use Tedero McMillan in just the passing downfield without having a run game. And Rico Dowdle has just been the epitome of heart and soul of this team. Like, it starts and it ends with Rico. He kills it when he gets more than 15 opportunities in a game, and they've made him the number one. They have trust in him, and with this Niners team, you're going to want to keep them off the field, which means a lot of opportunities on the ground, keeping the clock running, and anything inside the 5-yard line. With Bryce Young, I think they're going to run the ball at least 3 times before they ever think about throwing it. So I think a Dowdle touchdown is a gimme here.
I like it a lot. I don't. I think the Niners are really good with red zone um, defense against the receivers. They aren't really susceptible to the receiver at all, and their tight end for the Panthers is non-existent. They don't even need one because he ain't doing nothing. Okay, he's not doing anything, bro.
Hold on, who's your tight end?
Literally, like it's like someone's a J, something weird. He's a weird name, but he's
Yeah,
not good.
couldn't
So
tell you.
I just wouldn't even bet him, bro. Like it's gonna be Dowdle or nothing, and then maybe if you can squeak in some, Tedero McMillan, maybe some Coker up in there. You know what I'm saying? He might be available, but other than that, I'm not bet on anybody on this team. Then Brock Purdy under 254.5 passing yards. It correlates with the under that we side betting on this game, and it also helps us with our Panthers +7 bet. But why you like the under?
This Panthers defense, man, it's funny because last year they were their worst run defense in history. But I think they people forget to allude to the fact that their defense was the second most beat up defense in the league behind the Lions. Like, they had no starters on that defense last year. And you see it this year. They've really kept treating, like, their defense has come together in clutch moments, kept them in it. Their secondary, especially, has been good. I think they're a top 5 in the league, top 6 or 5 or 6 in the league as far as turnovers. Um, I just don't. And Brock Purdy, the defense set him up really well last week. He had decent passing yards, but a couple of those were big chunk plays to get him over where it was. But he still only threw for like 260, it was either 240 or 260. It was a 260. He was right in there. But
Yes.
and
Well,
two of those were big chunk plays with McCaffrey, and Kittle's his guy. And the Panthers have actually been really good against the tight end. Like they shut Tucker Kraft down when they did play the Green Bay Packers, and they won that game, and it was low scoring. It was like 16-13. So I think the pressure is going to be there on Purdy. He's coming back from injury. He's not as seasoned. He's only played one game in the last 8 weeks. And we'll see here. I trust the Panthers defense, who's been playing really well and hungry. They know they're one game out in that division. If the Bucks lose Sunday night, which they will, looking at taking the division lead here in this. So we'll see, man. I think they got something to play for, and I think that means getting in Brock Purdy's face. So not that I don't trust Shanahan to give them opportunities. I think the game for the Niners goes through McCaffrey. And we all know that. Sport books will tell you that.
True. And thank you for also hinting at why we should definitely bet the Panthers. They can get this division, the lead, if the Bucks lose. Okay, we'll say if, because I don't believe that they will lose. I'm just saying that they should, they could. I'm not gonna say they're gonna lose the game, bro. I'm gonna make it near to my death, bro. But I don't believe Shaq when he says that George Kittle ain't gonna do much in this game. The Panthers allow eight targets to the tight end per game. He's an outlier to that stat because he gets more than 8 targets a game. Well, I would say he gets more. He gets about 6 or 7 per game. So George Kittle will be open. He'll be used a lot in a tight game. You can't throw it deep. You have to throw it shallow, dink and dunks to get upfield because the defense is actually pretty good. I think that this is going to be shoo-in. The tougher the game is, the more Brock Purdy needs Kittle. That's all I know. And his entire career.
I was gonna say Brock Purdy's favorite target is George Kittle, especially with Ayuk's not coming back because that organization hates the fact that they paid him and then they didn't like him to begin with, and now he's not coming back off that ACL. But George Kittle, it's proven he gets almost double the amount of targets when Purdy's in compared to any other quarterback through his career. Purdy really likes the middle. He's a quick guy, and they like to get the play action going. So I like this bet. I think Kittle will have a good night because, like I was saying, the corners and the secondary for the Panthers have been really good. They've been slept on this year, but like C.J. Horn, man, for the Panthers has had like 4 or 5 interceptions.
Seriously, they're going to be good. I think this is going to be a shoe-in for a bet. I have it parlay already. Part number 2, kind of getting a little sketchier though. Okay, we're getting a little bit too close to the fire. We're betting on Bryce Young, everybody. Everybody clutch your pearls. Clutch your pearls. We're about to bet on Bryce Young to have over 20 and a half completions. You know why? Because he's going to have to dink and dunk. I don't believe that the Niners are going to be giving up big plays at home. It's freaking Robert Saleh. Okay? He's going to make life hell. Hell on this kid. He's going to be throwing it no more than 20 yards upfield. He's slowly trickling up the field the entire game. So I like this, and I'm going with my trend. Can you run the ball on this Niners team? Yes, you can. But will they try their best to stop it because they know that's your only way to win, yeah, they're gonna probably try to stop it. Okay. And they probably will succeed because it's Robert Saleh. Then are the defense gonna limit big plays? You're not gonna get a 50-yard bomb on Robert Saleh's defense, man. You're not. Okay. You might get a couple of like 20 yarders to get up midfield, then maybe get another one, get a field goal. But no, you're not gonna just throw 50-yard bombs on us. So 20 and a half completions is very doable. He averages more than 21 per game this season. He's going to be able to do it. Okay. He might have a lot of attempts. He's been actually ramping up his attempts because the team's winning. So, like, hey, we have a great defense now. So we have great, not great, but great for their standards. Great. And they have confidence to throw the ball now. They have confidence. They're like, hey, I feel free. If we lose the ball, we'll get it back, or make a punt. So after playing that freaking Packers team, I kind of believe in this defense. And so give me the over 20 and a half completions because the offense has to shine. If the offense does not do anything, they will get blown out. They will 100% get blown out.
Yeah. It starts and it ends with Dowdle. Dowdle has a bad game. Panthers have a bad game. It's that simple. I mean, they operate through. If they can get the run game going with Dowdle, the play action opens up so much more for the passing game. But if you shut down Dowdle and you know they have to pass, Bryce, he's not that guy. What? I like your 20 and a half because I feel like you might have to keep up with San Fran. These guys, and that's the thing about the Panthers is they've had some crazy comeback wins. Last week's game, man, they cashed me, but it was crazy. I needed a lot to happen in that game for it to happen. So I was grateful, but yeah, I like this bet right here with Bryce because I feel like they will have to throw just to keep up with the Niners because the Niners are capable of scoring.
They're very capable. They have a lot of options. People who are healthier now, and they're also in contentions to win the division. So I can only see the Panthers running the ball so much. Like they're not going to run the ball and like they're going to outrun Rico Dowdle. Okay, they're going to have to pass the ball because if you have to do that the entire game, you're going to get blown out. It's going to be that's all we have for the show. Our bets for this podcast. Price Picks Parlay though. $20 wins $190. However, we're missing two props because we need Shaq to pick two of my props that he likes from the show in order to finish the Price Picks Parlay to ensure that it is a 190 win for betting $20. So what you got, Shaq?
All right. So let's see here.
We got
what game did I agree with you the most on in this?
touchdown.
No, don't give me Zach. I don't believe in Zach Charbonnet. Ooh, that one's a tough one too. I don't want to touch Cam Ward. What we got?
We got
All right, I like this one. 2.5, 3.5. I like TJ Hawkinson in this game specifically. Hell no, not JJ McCarthy having that. I don't see that.
That's funny, bro.
Sorry, dog. Like,
don't hate on the young man forever.
All right. Oh man, it's not good. It's not good. That's a Michigan boy. I do like Cam Little in this. I like Cam Little.
But is that your soul or you want to look at the rest of them?
We're talking about Sunday games, right? Not the night games. What else? What's your last one? I know you got one more. Oh man, McBride, and then who else did you have?
Cam Little.
Cam Little, McBride. All right, yeah, I want those two specifically.
You want Cam Little and McBride?
Yep.
All right. And there it is. Why do you want those?
I think Trey. Okay, There's no Marvin Harrison in this game. And I told you the Shaq facts on Trey McBride. He's had 5+ catches in every game since December last year. He is a menace out there, bro. He's going to get targets, especially with Brissett. Even if they're behind 20, he's going to be chucking the ball to him specifically all game. It's the Jags. The Jags are not good against the tight end. They're a bottom 24 defense in the league, specifically against the tight end. So I got to take McBride there. And Cam Little in a dome, he can kick 70 yards in a dome. He can kick 70 outside. I think and the Cardinals defense stands up at home. They've been good at home all year. So give me the Cam Little to kick 2 field goals because I feel like the Cardinals will make them stall out in Arizona at least twice. But they're going to take the points because it's Brissett back there. And Trey McBride will be the offense.
All right, that's where we're at. Okay, our prize picks parlay. I have tallied up the picks. $20 parlay on prize picks with these bets. Wins you $220. That sounds like my type of party. Okay. I just hit a $200 four-leg parlay last night. It was 2 basketball picks and 2 football picks because I'm a degenerate. I like to combine sports in my parlays because I get to watch multiple different things before I get into, actually cashing these bets. Because I might cash the Texans bet at 8 p.m., but then I'm gonna cash my freaking bet on the freaking Warriors that play at 9 p.m. They won't cash until like 11 p.m. my time. So it's like, dang. But it cashed. Luckily, Matt Prater did his job. But our picks for this game, for this price picks parlay, is Travis Kelce touchdown. Brandon Aubrey over 1.5 field goals made. These are the ones that I chose of his. I like these ones of his bets for this week. He likes of mine, Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made. Number 2, Trey McBride over 74.5 receiving yards. We almost cashed it last time. We were 1 guy short last week. It was Jalen Warren. He did not have 14.5 because he got hurt.
That's 3 weeks in a row we've had 3 out of 4 on our prize picks. And I think it's funny that you guys watch me go through the process of elimination here. We do this every week. We took 2 kickers and we took 2 tight ends.
There's a formula here. Okay. I don't want to say that we are purposefully doing this. We're not. We're not purposefully doing it. It's just what is the most comfortable bets to put in a parlay. Because we could have went crazy and said, oh, let me go under Purdy's yards. Let me go over Bryce Young receptions. And that would have made this parlay $20 wins $400 because that's going to be insane odds. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're giving you guys a safer play, and it still wins $220. That's good money. But that is our bets for this week. Let me run through it right now for everybody so we can get out of here. Y'all have a good weekend and win your bets. Okay? It is week 12 weekend. Game 1, Colts plus 3.5 at Chiefs minus 3.5. Over under 50.5. Shaq's first bet of the game of the week is Chiefs minus 3.5. He's believing in the Chiefs. Okay, no Daniel Jones. He's anti-Daniel Jones. He does not believe in Mr. Dimes. Okay, even though I believe in Dimes. Chiefs minus 3.5. Keep their season alive at home. They're going to do it, bro. It's like a textbook. It's like a soap opera. You just know what's going to happen. Okay. Travis Kelce, bro, touchdown for Kelce. Written in the story. It's a love story. And this is if the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl after all this bull crap, oh, we ain't never hitting them into this. We ain't never hitting into this. And they're going to try their hardest. Tyler Warren, over 44.5 receiving yards. Shaq believes in the young man. He's doing good all season. Definitely a rookie of the year candidate. Game 2, Seahawks minus 12.5 at the Titans plus 12.5. Over under 40.5. The Seahawks minus 12.5. Guarantee. I think they're gonna whoop the shit out of them, bro. Like it's over for them, bro. They're saying this. We just played a lot of tough teams in the last 4 weeks, and now we gotta play the Titans, bro.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
It's probably not gonna be a problem. Okay, so give me that all day. Dre's first prop is Zach Charbonnet, bro. I know Zach is not like Zach. Zach anti-Zach. But I'm on Zach Charbonnet, man. Touchdown. He's going to get going. He needs to get going. Cam Ward, over 32.5 passing attempts. I think the young man is going to have to throw the ball sometime. He throws the ball a lot already. He just has to keep on throwing. And this is a game where you're going to be down the entire time, which means no running the ball. If you are down bad, you're not running the ball. Browns, plus 3.5. At Raiders, minus 3.5. Over under 36.5. This is Shaq's second game. He's going with the Browns money line. Shador time. Shador Sanders season. We'll see. And I think that he's right. The media wants it, bro.
Shador enough.
Shador enough. We on Shador. And his first prop is Shador Sanders. Over 158.5 passing yards. This just adds on to the storyline of what you'll see on the front page of ESPN on Monday, which is Shador Sanders, Shador time, over 240 yards probably passing, 2 touchdowns passing. He might have a career game again, already career game against the Raiders because they suck. Okay, prop number 2, Quinshon Judkins. I definitely probably spelled his name wrong because his name's kind of wild, but Quinshon Judkins. Touchdown. Okay, this is how you also get into the end zone. You give it to your young guy who's been really good this season. Game 4 for the show. Game 2 for me is Vikings plus 6.5 at the Packers minus 6.5. Over under 41.5. The Vikings plus 6.5, guys. We're going with the Vikings, bro. I know you don't like it. It's not a sexy pick. Okay, the Packers are due for a bounce back. I do not care.
We do not care.
I don't think that this is a good team. The Packers are not a good team. The Vikings should keep it close. Okay, I'm betting on McCarthy. I do believe he's a decent quarterback. Shaq does not believe that, but I do think he's decent. TJ Hawkinson, bro, over 22.5 receptions. I will also take 3.5. I think he has 5 in this game. He's going to be good. I think he's going to have a good game. He needs to have a good game. He's been really bad all season. McCarthy, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. As you can see, it's hard to pass on the Packers if you don't have the receiving core to do so. Well, guess who has the receiving core to do so? They do. Okay, the Panthers had to run their only touchdown in because they don't have capable receivers. We got a plethora out here for the Vikings. So give me that. Passing touchdowns are on the table. I think that's one of Hawkinson's receptions. It's a touchdown. So keep that in mind. If we come back on Monday and he scores, it's part of what I thought. There's a correlation of my picks. Game 5 for the show. Game 3 for Shaq is Eagles, of course, minus 3.5 at Cowboys, plus 3.5. Over under 47.5. It's an Eagles podcast. Don't play around with us, man. And Shaq said he's not playing around. Back-to-back weeks choosing the Eagles. Let's freaking go. Eagles minus 3 is his best bet for that game. A.J. Brown touchdown. Come out of the woodworks. Someone deliver him from bad games because it's looking really ridiculous right now. And even if y'all win Super Bowl, bro, I would not want to stay if I was A.J. Brown. I know winning is awesome. Winning's important. But you also want to be a Hall of Famer. You can't be a Hall of Famer. You can't be a Hall of Famer, bro, if you have less than 1,500 yards and 3 rings.
Bro. So I laughed at myself today because I was like, let's go to win a ring and then trade his ass back to the Titans next year in the offseason.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Here you go. Got Will Levis throwing back to you, bro. We'll take 2 first picks for that guy, by the way. We'll take a second.
And that's what it will do. It will definitely increase the value of him if y'all win again. Even if he hasn't been productive, he will be productive if he goes to a team that does not care about winning. He just wants to force feed the guys, like the Steelers. They want to force feed guys. So that could happen again. It could very well happen again to him. And Aubrey is just their at number 2. Over 1.5 field goals, guaranteed, guys. It's a 47.5 point total. They're going to be used, okay? Kickers are going to be used. They're on the table. And Brandon Aubrey at home is probably the most used weapon, the most capable, confident weapon for the Cowboys. It won't be there very long. Okay, guys, it won't be there very long. It'll probably be gone before the game starts, so get that right now. Game 6 for the show, game 3 for me, is Jaguars -3 at the Cardinals +3. Over under 47.5. I'm taking the over 47.5 in this game. Both teams suck. Okay, defense is not good for either team. Okay, the Jaguars is a little bit better defense, but I'm not taking it. I'm not buying it. I think the Cardinals can keep up putting up points, but Cam Little will have his. Cam Little is an outside guy going inside. He loves it inside. These guys have big legs. He kicks it from very far. So I think they might need to do that in this game. This game is a very close game. This is +3, -3. Guys, this is a field goal game. Why not use the field goal kickers? It's math, simple science. Then Trey McBride, over 74.5 receiving yards because he's the only weapon they have. Okay, and the receiving core for this team is not good without your boy Harrison Jr. So, nope, not looking good. Sunday Night Football though, the Buccaneers. I want to say the Buccaneers so bad, bro. I really want to say the Buccaneers, but I can't say it because you don't believe in them. Okay, you don't believe in them, so I won't say it. But the Buccaneers +7 at the Rams -7. Over under is 49.5. We're going to under 49.5 because we cannot agree on Buccaneers or the Rams. Shaq's Pop 1, we all agree on. McLaughlin, bro, over 1.5 field goals. Outside kicker going inside. He has a decent leg. He does get his stuff blocked a lot. So I am worried about the blocks. Okay. He gets his kicks stuffed. I'm scared. It happened in the Bills game. They called it back though because of a penalty on the defense. But it was a block kick. So I'm kind of scared of McLaughlin to have more than 1.5, to have more than 2.5. But I'll take 1.5. Number 2 prop though is Stafford over 258.5 passing yards. I think he does do that because he's going to throw a pick, which is my first pick. He's going to throw an interception. I love Matt Stafford. I have a jersey of his in my closet. I wear it all the time. However, he's going to throw an interception because that's what Todd Bowles' defense does. They pick the ball off. Okay, they pressure you with blitzes and make you make a bad choice. And Stafford will throw the ball deep, and it could go to anyone. He's more capable than Josh Allen, yeah, but he still throws a really wild deep ball sometimes. Rashad White, over 15.5 receiving yards. Deacon dunk time for Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield usually goes up the field, middle of the field, up the sideline. He can't really do that this game. There's a lot of pressure with these linebackers the Rams have. So I think that there's going to be dink and dunk opportunities for Rashad White. He's a pass-catching running back. Monday Night Football. Panthers +7 at the Niners -7. Over under 49.5. We're going with Panthers, man. The Pussycats, man, +7. Dowdle, touchdown. Book it. He's going to have to. Brock Purdy, under 254.5 passing yards. I believe in the Panthers, which means they better play some freaking defense and hold Brock Purdy to something. Dang. Don't let him throw 4 touchdowns on you. That's crazy. Like the Cardinals did. Don't be the Cardinals. Don't be them. Kittle, over 4.5 receptions. Book it. Okay. He's a workhorse for this team. Okay. He's the only sure hands. He's the only vet on this team, really. He's the voice of the offense. So yeah, book it. And he's at home. Oh, I love him at home, bro. He's always doing some crazy shit. He's like He does some weird stuff, bro. He is like these weird like first down celebrations, bro. He's freaking funny at home. So yeah, bro, just how many times will the camera pan to Kittle doing some kind of weird first down point? A lot. Okay, probably at least 7 times. Okay, so but it's bank on that, bro. And then Bryce Young over 20.5 completions. This is probably the scariest bet of my entire weekend, but I'm still gonna take it because I'm ballsy. And you scared money don't make money. So taking it. Price fix parlay. And then we'll get out of here, guys. Shaq has chose of my picks. He likes Cam Little over 1.5 field goals made. He also likes of my picks. Trey McBride over 74.5 receiving yards. I like of his picks. Travis Kelce touchdown. I also like his other kicker, Brandon Aubrey, over 1.5 field goals made. That bet together will make you $220 if you bet 20. $200 profit. I'm definitely putting it on there right now, immediately. Okay, immediately. But that is our show for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. Shaq.
Hey, all I gotta say is go Birds, baby. We're gonna take that Cowboy ass this week. Can't lose to the Cowboys, man. We gotta take this one.
We are Eagles Podcast. So.
Oh, hey, and Josh, this is a shout out. This is your Chiefs Colts game. This is what we got. I'm gonna send you these, but I'm gonna tag you in this. So you gotta watch this. You're a little 2 weeks early, man. I got you this week.
And you're lucky because he usually will never give you any positivity on the Chiefs. So you're a lucky man. Okay, you're a lucky man, guy. All right. Peace.